All right, man. This your boy BJ,
It's your boy K. Dr. Killer.
and this is
Porch Talk.
Porch Talk, man. You know, life gon' life, and somebody got to bring it to the table.
That's right. So we gonna have natural, casual conversation about topics that we view as necessary topics of discussion that we primarily we have them all the time, but in the comfort of our own home, we gonna bring it out. We're gonna bring it out to the people so that it can be discussed, it can be commented on, and it can be picked apart. Because you know, in casual conversation, we don't always agree, and we gonna debate things, not argue. The key word is debate things.
Right.
Because me and BJ, I don't know if y'all know the background, but we lifelong friends, brothers more, and we do this all the time. It's really how the namesake came. It's just having conversations on the porch for real.
Right.
But we felt like these talks could be had for the people to view and pick apart and put their 2 cents on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And see, a lot of times when you get these controversial topics, you don't really get a line of understanding because it's more emotional. It's not in a controlled environment.
Sure.
It's argumentative, and a lot of people don't come with an open mind. They're not trying to learn anything. They're just trying to show their side of it. And we bringing these to the table to show y'all a legitimate understanding, whether we agree with each other or disagree with each other, a legitimate conversation when it comes to these controversial topics and things that people are scared to talk about. You know, a lot of people, when they get to these controversial topics, they scared of who might
hear it,
get wind of it, and you know, they got certain kind of jobs, certain kind of friends, certain kind of. This podcast will give y'all the comfort of listening to these topics and formulate your own opinions, and you can come to our table, you can come to our porch, leave your comments, and feel comfortable without any judgment on these controversial topics.
That's it. We're going to take all the judgment for you. We're going to say what we feel honestly. We ain't going to sugarcoat. We're going to stand on what we feel, on what we decide to argue for or debate for, and be real, be as real as possible with it, because we feel like it got to be authentic if it's going to happen. And especially for our city to be the pioneers that we are in our city. My brother, more so the biggest pioneer for what this city could see, for what it could reach, and we gonna give it to you. Y'all know, if you know me, you know I'm gonna be as 100 as possible, because that's what I know. And if you know him, he gonna be as 100 as possible.
And one thing that you gonna get from us is we're not gonna shy away from any public anybody that's coming. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
we gon' and we want that the same with our community. So if y'all want to chime in, we're not gonna run from it. We gonna comment back.
We accept that. We offer y'all to please chime in. The point of the conversation is for it to be a conversation not just between me and BJ, but also our community, because that's where the impact happens at, right? And
it's not for the weak either. So just like how we promised y'all that we gonna talk back with you. We want our community to converse with each other. Don't be scared to come in the comments, and you don't shy away from it either.
And not just the comments though, because y'all gonna see me at the gas station, at the Winn-Dixie buying groceries for the family. Approach me, speak to me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a person. I'm a real person, and I got real understanding. I got real opinions, and I don't mind sharing that. I don't mind sharing that with y'all. So when you see me getting 12 on pump 6, approach me and say, "Hey, bro, I watched the podcast. I seen you said this about that, and I feel like this about it." Because Porch Talk can extend to you. That gonna come back to the podcast and be like, "Hey, bro, I was getting gas, and old boy say he feel like this. So what you think about that? He bought me something that I ain't see before." So y'all gonna give us other standpoints on it, because again, It's Porch Talk. So sometimes on the porch it might be me and BJ. Sometimes it might be me, BJ, Trees, and Cord.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So give us their input, give us their insight, and we gonna definitely get back with y'all. Definitely.
One thing I'm gonna also say too, just to be advised, is that the topics. The reason why we feel like it was important because the topics are not normal topics. So
sure.
You want to do this when you might want to designate time for Porch Talk, like how you wait on power when it come on at 9 o'clock or whatever, because it's gonna get deep and it's gonna get hard to follow if you're not fully concentrated on it. Because if we go quick,
right,
you know, our minds running and we talking about controversial topics, and not just controversial topics, but thought-provoking, difficult things to articulate. So we thinking of things as we talking.
Exactly.
It's normal.
It's casual conversation. It's really conversation. It's really a conversation between two brothers who may oppose in thought, who may agree in thought.
Right.
But it's casual conversation. So it's gonna be so as we speaking, it might just hit right there. But also this, and if you're not well versed in the idea of it, you could get lost. So when you hear it, don't just hear it and be quick to speak and be quick at tongue. Take it in and then make a conscious response to it. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna disregard the foolishness. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't got time for that.
And also, another thing I want to say too, we gonna touch on science.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna touch on philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna touch on
philosophy a lot.
Philosophy is a big thing because it's open and it's endless.
Sure.
It doesn't have it's so open ended that it's a infinite amount of conversation. That's why philosophy is so important. Science is important too, but science, philosophy, politics, economics, all of that stuff.
We're gonna touch on
history.
Everything. Yeah,
history too.
Definitely history too, because the conversation of how history is and how we view history is all opinionated. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So your opinion of what history is your opinion of it. Saying today, right now, as we having this conversation, Martin Luther King Day is on Monday, and there's thoughts of who Martin Luther King is to us as a people that go from he's the greatest man ever to, well, who is he really? So those kind of conversations we gonna have on Porch Talk, and we gonna have them honestly. I don't feel like I'm gonna have to be sheltered by what I say and care about how you feel about what I'm saying, because this is how I feel about it and what it means to me and that point of history for us.
Right, and also one thing you gotta understand is that the history ain't history and like you thought it was history.
Cause life be life.
So you gonna deal with being uncomfortable because you might have to change your thought about what you thought about history. So and we gonna touch on those things, like, you know, the original names of America before it was America, and was America really discovered, and all this type of stuff.
We don't gotta talk about that. America wasn't discovered. We don't gotta talk about that.
But you know, just those things. So you can't be in your comfort zone when you come here. You're gonna have to be open-minded.
Porch Talk ain't for comfort. Mm-hmm. Porch Talk ain't for comfort. It's like we said in the beginning. It's for casual conversation, but real conversation. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be comfortable because, like I said, we gonna view things differently and separately, because we're men. We formed our own opinions of these things. And so we both, one thing that we can agree on is that we both understand that history is his story, the way it was told to us and the way we took it in.
Mm-hmm.
And what he was reaching at, what he was getting at about philosophy is because philosophy is philosophy. It's not definite.
Mm-hmm.
So those conversations are gonna go. And to be honest, when we talk about, you have to be able to follow us because those are going to be, the philosophy conversations are going to be the ones that you hear us formulating opinions right then. You'll see us in conversation because we're going to have a video also for those that want to watch, and you'll see us running our minds in the moment of conversation. and this is why it's important for y'all to chime in also, is because you might comment live and say, but what about this? And it might put a thought immediately right then, and whoever is conversing at the moment to have a whole nother train of thought and how it's supposed to go.
Right.
So we listen.
But we ain't gonna keep it going. You know, it's at 10 minutes now, so we just want to give y'all a brief, like a basis of what you can expect. You know what I'm saying? So
this class and this is synopsis.
Right. So look, this Porch Talk, man, with BJ and K Dot. You know, life gon' life, man. That's all you need to know.
Life gon' life.
Life gon' life.
And it be life.
All right, man. This your boy BJ.